40.
So I'm just going to have to move these just a tiny bit. Which is fine because...
I'll take on my side.
No! Not fair.
I'm just trying to help.
No, you
You
get the pretty ones!
You got pretty ones too?
Where?
I totally take your side, yo.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we'll do that.
You're just saying that.
We'll do that on the next video.
No.
How about that?
No, don't.
Oh.
Don't do it.
Hello everybody, I'm Gamer Lynn.
I'm Gamer Becka.
And we are 10 times 10. It took 20 takes.
No, it didn't. So, we are back once again to unbox more Icons of the Realms. Wonderfulness. Thank you once again, Matt.
Is this Icons of the Realms? Oh, yeah, it is. Is that like a staple now or something?
I don't know. I guess so. I think this might be like their new thing.
Okay.
As of late.
As of late.
Yeah. I just don't think this is the Monster Menagerie. This one is actually the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Is
Which,
what it is.
If you guys don't already know, before the end of last year, basically Wizard decided to combine the beautiful and mastery of D&D with the beautiful and mastery of Magic the Gathering. And fused the two together and created this world. Now granted, this world has been around for a while, but more comes from a base of Magic the Gathering. As you got your Jaces, your Planewalkers, you got these different monsters. Well, finally, they decided, hey, this is a perfect suit or a fit for D&D. So let's combine the two together and use these ultra mega powers to make all the monies.
I mean, yes, and fabulous stories to pair with it as well.
And trust me, it's well deserved. Because what we got to show you today, I am super hype for.
If you are a dungeon master, are super into D&D, they have an adventure path and whatnot that released, I believe it was in November of last year, that you guys can check out and run through that sort of campaign, exploring the world that is Ravnica.
Alright, so each of us are going to open 8 boxes, much like our last video. If you haven't checked it out, go back and check that out as well, because that's a really good look into basically the Monster Menagerie. Alright, 3, and see all the miniatures they have there. But we own this one today, baby.
Woo!
So we're going to open, we got some rares, we got some uncommons, and even commons this one are like really dope. So let's hop into it. Let's get into it.
First box!
Yeah! Alright guys, so basically we open our first box here. Everything we pulled between the two of us is already something we have out on the table. On my side, I did pull one uncommon, which is the Dust Mantle Assassin. And let me tell you, that sucker looks pretty sweet. And if you're running any kind of like secret organization, underground, something that has a little bit of
roguishness.
Roguishness or noir, this might be a good miniature for you to try to, or a good box to collect to try to get this miniature.
It's pretty awesome.
And then on Becky's side, it looks like you pulled a Crawl Winged Warrior, which, man, I gotta give it up to you, D&D, because the wings that is on a lot of these miniatures
They're so pretty
and such a great approach.
Totally. The translucent effect, like on a lot of these things, are like some of my favorites.
Yeah, and the coloring on them especially just really just makes it pop.
Yeah.
So kudos to you guys on that one.
The rest of these are repeats and whatnot.
Are repeats and they're common, but I mean still nothing against them. They look great. So time to go on to the next box.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Number 2.
All right, guys. So we just finished opening box 2, and I gotta say, for the win right now, Becky pulled out on her pulls. As not only did she pull an uncommon, which I pulled an uncommon too, but she pulled a rare.
I got the W on this one. Well, I guess it's technically an R. I'm excited.
So I'll go ahead and cover mine first. As I pulled a Jared Golgara Guildmaster. and I'm pretty sure that's a character in the Ravnica campaign. He looks pretty cool. He's got his little stick. He's holding up high. Granted, though, this miniature didn't come out too pristine out of the box.
Little stick.
As he's leaning a little bit to the side, and I hate when miniatures come out that way. But I mean,
it's like a crip walk. Like,
yeah, I guess.
lean.
You know, it's like it's not favoring the side, but you got the cane on. But I guess it's cool. But it's definitely a cool looking miniature. Definitely unique. Possibly to me, I could definitely see using it as a shaman or some kind of cult leader kind of character.
Totally.
But going over to Becky's side, so her uncommon, even though granted to me this is a rare
this is one of my favorite ones.
This is one of my favorite ones, the Death Pact Angel. And yeah, definitely when we get an up close view of that, so pretty, and the wingspan,
the flowiness, like all of the designs and stuff like that. That just like this would be
like it's on the side of the box too. So if you ever see the box, you don't pull it or anything like that, you still see the picture of what it looks like or look online. Man, does it look cool. Looks so cool. I want one. I haven't got one.
Cosplay status.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That really is. And then her rare that she pulled, which...
So this guy is the Lazar Demir Guildmaster.
Which is, I believe, another character out of the Ravnica set. He's a leader of a guild.
Look at that flow, man.
And yeah, the flowness of the
awesome.
cape or the cloak, the forward arm with weapon in arm, just man, like he's getting it. He's going in there and he's getting it.
Yes. Yep. And then these ones we have already pulled back here.
Which again, they look great. Got some monsters. Pulled the goblin again.
I actually want to use this miniature at some point. This lovely little guy. Looks like this is the precognitive mage.
Mage, okay.
Yeah, because I always play mage. Caster for life.
And then even too, it's like it's got mounted stuff. So like this is definitely like a druid piece, I would say. With it basically has like a rider on top of a wolf that's hollering up to the moon.
Yeah. I was like, could that be also a ranger or?
Possibly a ranger too.
Yeah.
I say a druid only because
of the staff.
Of the staff kind of look, but I mean that could easily be a ranger too, just throwing a spear maybe.
Cool. Awesome. So that is it for box number 2. On to number 3. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So box number 3 for both of us was
a tie.
Pretty epic, man.
Basically, we both pulled a uncommon and we both pulled a rare.
Yes.
That box 3 so far is probably the dopest box so far yet.
Yeah.
And I say that for 2 reasons. One, of course, being that we both pulled an uncommon and we both pulled a rare within the same boxes that we opened. And then 2 is Becky pulled number 44 of the rare, which is, and we'll start off with displaying or talking about this one.
So this
the Tristani Celestia Guildmaster. Now this miniature is dope because there's 2 people on this miniature, and I'm pretty sure they are Guildmasters. They look very...
There's 3.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
They look very druidy, but basically they're people standing on what looks like dried out wood or
it looks like
bark
the tree is part of them.
Roots.
Like the bottom half of like their torso is literally a tree branch.
And they're coming out from it. So they almost seem like druids that are at one with nature. Like there's so many possibilities with this kind of miniature. Especially too, it's like you want to strike the fear or strike just like, oh man, we're in the presence of divine in a campaign. This is a very good miniature to use.
For sure.
On my side, my rare was the Undercity Gorgon.
Looks so cool.
The detail on this miniature and the paintwork is immaculate, actually.
So good.
Like you see a lot of miniatures where like they're pre-painted and they look really good. They get across the idea, but this one, like the detail that's on it just looks so perfect.
The
like
texturing
and the texturing and everything they did with it, just like she looks beautiful at the same time she looks intimidatingly scary.
Totally. The other one on my side is Azorius Arrestor.
Which is a very paladin looking character.
Totally.
Pretty sure she's a part of a guild. She's probably not a guild master or a guild leader, but definitely she looks like she's an enforcer. And then on my side for the uncommon is Orsorhov. I'm so bad with it.
It's okay.
My English is so bad.
Orshov Advocist.
Yeah. And
so
this
is very Russian.
Yeah. Cane in hand, spell in the other hand, flowing just looking very powerful and very, like, almost noble-like.
Yeah. Like, I am going to mess things up in the most graceful manner possible.
Yeah. I am going to make a mess that is so small and insignificant.
Really?
But be so much impactful with my power.
Really? It's fantastic.
They look great. They just look really great.
As far as the uncommons go, though, this one has been our favorite.
Yes.
This vampire. Look at this. Look at him. He is flying.
Yeah, so we have
Fantastic.
a mind-drinking vampire.
Yes.
Which, again, flying. So that's very, very impressive.
So awesome.
There's another vampire in the set, too. So definitely, if you need to, like... I know one of the past campaigns, the name escapes me, Curse of Strahd.
Strahd. You mean the one I let into the house?
Yes. That's a conversation for another day. If you definitely need to pick up on your vampires, this is a good set to get, as there's 2 in here, and they look very, very good.
And then you have, what is this guy?
The spirit dude?
Oh yeah, he looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
really golden face.
Golden face, looks very intimidating. Nothing to bypass that character.
Yeah.
Very
and then
cool.
another crackler and another Sphinx. Cool.
Alright, so box number 4.
Number 4!
Let's get in it.
Alright, cool. Box number 4.
And I'd say it's a tie again. I still say very great pulls for us. I kind of lean more so on my side on this one a little bit.
No, me too, honestly.
Yeah, mostly only because Phoenix.
Yes.
Oh.
The translucentness.
Phoenix, and let me tell you, woo! The translucentness, the flying, the wingspan, even with the wingspan, the crackling of energy following behind, like everything about this miniature is baller.
Definitely.
And then for Becky's uncommon is a centaur.
Dude, this thing looks so cool. It's like all voodoo-y.
It's a druid centaur. Now, granted, this is a great thing for a lot of players, especially wanting to play in the Ravnica set, or also to future games. Because now, with Ravnica release, that is one playable race. And so a lot of people are going to need a lot more of these centaurs because they're going to want to play different kind of classes and different kind of builds of them. And I definitely say this druid one looks really, really nice.
This one's way more feminine, but at the same time has this really wicked hairstyle. It's just like a straight up mohawk and everything. It's got the head of a I don't even know what on her staff and everything.
You don't know what she killed.
It's like, yeah, really, but it's so cool. Like, oh man.
It's like intimidating and beautiful at the same time. Mm-hmm. Almost as beautiful as the Phoenix.
Yes.
The Phoenix kind of wins a little bit more for me because, again, it's like, how often do you see a Phoenix?
I like the voodoo aesthetic, so I mean, I'm a little bit partial, but you know.
Also, too, our commons are not bad pulls, too. I can't believe this guy is considered to be common.
I know!
So he is
looking.
an ogre, and this is the most coolest ogre I have ever seen in my life. Like, he looks like Bane mixed with, God, I forget enemy that uses chains a lot.
Oh, man.
Shoot out and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got the chains whipping around him. Like, he reminds me of, like, Bane mixed with Shao Kahn, mixed with some dude that throws chains as a weapon.
So crazy.
Just intimidating.
Like, this is something that you would see in, like, Borderlands or, like, see in, like, Mad Max, obviously, or whatever. Just, like, wasteland status.
Wasteland status.
So cool.
Looks baller. Also, too, again, we pulled... This is a really good, intimidating fungus drudge. Like,
I think it looks disgusting.
He looks nasty. He just looks so gross.
But he's supposed to, which is great.
And it gets it across. And his color job is really, really done well.
Oh, definitely.
So, like, and then, this is probably, like, one of the best druids I have. Like, I really want, like, 4 or 5 of them. Like, I'd never play a druid, and that makes me want to play a druid, how that druid looks. Yeah. Like, I've never been big into spellcasting, but this miniature makes me want to play one.
I don't think I've ever played a druid with battle axe, though.
See, it's like, that's not what you think when you see a druid, but this druid,
cool.
It's cool.
It works.
Oh, and another race that is new to the Ravnica setting is this Simic hybrid. Now, this is a race of basically science experiment, Frankenstein status. There's a lot of different kind of builds and attributes about this race that I think is actually going to become one of the popular races to play and be in any campaign, but including Ravnica. I actually built one. That character really had me thinking on how he would react and act in the world that he is, being who he is. And even then, trying to think of his backstory just made me really like, man, I need some time to think about this.
Oh, was that the one that you played recently?
Yeah.
Ah.
So that race, like this one here has like a crab arm, and there's different options on what kind of attributes they imbue into their bodies, depending on what base animal you're basically mixing into this hybrid.
Yes.
So definitely need some more miniatures of them as well. But this is a good one to start with.
This little guy, large guy, the Crisis.
I actually pull one of those in my individual things, and like he's intimidating. He's huge. He looks like the creature from Monster Hunter.
He does. Like,
he looks very similar to it.
Yeah.
And I definitely say like any campaign could use an encounter like that. Once you start to go out in that big world, this might be a good miniature to use to scare the stuff in out of your players.
There you go. All right, cool. So then box number 5.
Box number 5. All right, so box number 5, and both of us pulled the rare again. Both of us pulled the uncommon, so we basically tied again on our pulls in the box. Tying basically with box number 3 or 2?
3? Yeah. Yeah, it was 3.
3.
It was 3. It was a rare and an uncommon for 3, yeah.
Yeah. Really good pulls so far in these bricks. So I'll start with my side. I basically pulled my rare, a Minotaur. So a Boris Reckoner. Again, another new race that you could play, introduced through Ravnica. This one's really, really cool because it's a paladin build, so he's arcing magic through his weapon. He's arcing magic in his hand. He's got a cape with kind of like a fist on the back of it, which the fist looks almost synonymous with, it's like a smite looking kind of thing. So that makes me believe he's a paladin because it looks like it's a smite image. On Becky's side, she pulled...
This is the Celestina healer.
And it's basically, it looks like a very nice robe that this healer is wearing. It's a female elf that just has a flowing thing coming from her weapon. She has another thing that's part of, looks like tied to her weapon, but also might be part of her clothing as well. Swinging this staff for all it's worth.
You know what? The end of the staff, the way that it's kind of like carved and whatnot, kind of looks like the Tree of Life.
Oh, nice. Probably a character in the Ravnica setting that's part of some kind of like healing or life kind of order or guild. Both of them look excellent. Becky's uncommon is a Craxus, which is a medium build. There's a bigger size one of this guy. He has a bigger brother. And this thing looks really, really unique. He looks
so
almost space-like, almost water-like, like...
spider-like.
Yeah, it looks spider-like because it basically has a base of 4 legs.
Those legs are creepy.
And that gives it that creepy look, but then it's got like a head, like a hammerhead shark.
Weird.
He looks cool. He just looks totally cool.
He does. It's just... Bleh.
Yeah. And then my uncommon is Ballista Statue. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that first part.
So cute.
It's got me confused because it's like, is it a gargoyle? Is it just a statue?
It looks like it could be. Like,
I mean, granted, I got nothing against, like, I actually want to see more miniatures that has more kind of like terrain build stuff to it. Especially if it's like a specific thing, like an eye or a thing that's holding like a tome of an ancient book or something like that.
Yeah, because it was like, this one looks like, when I saw it, I instantly thought graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard.
And totally goes with like a lot of like the vampire ghoulish sort of aesthetics and that sort of thing.
It's ambiguous for the fact that it could be just a statue in itself that does nothing. Or it could be a creature that's on a statue that, in the campaign, to throw off the characters, all of a sudden comes to life and gets them.
Exactly. And then my other one is the Blister Coil Weird.
Which, that looks cool again.
This
Going back
thing
to...
has weird in its name.
Yeah, it looks weird.
It is.
It looks like somebody's experiment gone wrong and it's breaking loose.
It looks like a literal body of water with veins. Like, that's what this thing looks like. It's so gross.
Yeah, it's cool. It's so animated and it's nicely done. And again, much like the Phoenix and the wings and stuff like that, it's got that translucent look and the coloring on it is just perfect.
Yes. Awesome. So on to box number 6.
Number 6. Box number 6. Not too interesting. Everything that we pulled has basically already been on the table since the beginning of the video, which is not a bad thing. Again,
we're always tired of looking at you, is what he's saying. I'm just kidding.
No, wow.
Just kidding.
Wow. So there's still some uniqueness here, okay, people? Now, granted, we'll go ahead and get the kind of disappointment out of the way. As both our boxes, we pulled a rock, which
you are a disappointment.
You could probably have too many of those unless like you're fighting against an army of those, maybe.
You know what's funny? I think this is probably the most of like the multiples that we pulled, which is kind of weird because usually you expect it from like the smaller miniatures.
You get that from the larger ones too so far.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, because this is number 5. Like these are 5. That might be the frost giant of the set.
Possibly, we'll see by the end. Becky here pulled the blood drinker, which is the other vampire.
Cool. Like she looks so like just all kinds of confident and just like, what's up?
Very sophisticated.
How you doing?
Calm. You know, then that's definitely like a good miniature for representing that in your campaign. You have a vampire that just feels overconfident, is going through the spill of this is my diabolical plan.
Try and stop me.
Which is great. That's definitely should be in some vampires kind of like mindset. I'm pretty sure in Curse of Strahd there's a small pack of vampires that are like that probably. And then this is a really cool one and actually really is probably a good addition to the setting of Ravnica is the homunculus. Which is, again, you're dealing with a setting, dealing with Magic of the Gathering. There is a sect of a guild that is built on building hybrids, on building experiments that possibly will give birth to something like this.
Homunculi!
And now, granted, too, he's very unique because when you think of homunculi, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to the mindset of Full Metal Alchemist, which actually, with this miniature, is not too far fetched from that, but it looks like a small little homunculus like the big bad in the TV show. And then the rest we pulled are pretty good. Again, I got a mind drinking vampire, so again, if you need vampires, this is a good set to get.
Campaigns in the wilderness.
Yeah, who's this guy again? I know he was some kind of paladin set, Fire Fist. So he looks like a paladin. It could be something else. I just always think, yeah. I just always think that when you see somebody with like a flaming sword and he's got armor on, it's probably a paladin.
Yeah, really. Holy celestial power.
Yeah.
Paladin. All right, cool. On to box number 7. All right.
So box number 7. Pretty interesting. Again, we both tied. This time we pulled both just uncommon. But again, though, these are probably my 2 favorite uncommons.
Exactly.
So basically, Death Pact Angel and a Phoenix got pulled. For our bigger miniature, we both pulled Wolfie.
That's hilarious.
The rider on top of Wolfie. And I pulled a Fire Fist and a Sludge Drudge thing.
Yeah, and then I got the Indentured Spirit and Rubble Belt Stalker.
So granted, I mean, I kind of foretold it. I just figured that another Phoenix should be in there.
I called it.
Yeah, which makes me happy though. That's a good thing. And actually, extra, we pulled another Death Pact Angel.
Woo-hoo.
So that's really, really good.
Final box number 8.
All right,
Woo!
so we got to box number 8, and I had to say, again, thank you, Matt, for giving us the 4 bricks again. That is our DM for our games, not Matt Mercer. Not to be confused with that gentleman. You know, he does very great work. I am a big fan, but our Matt is our DM and can never be replaced.
Ever.
I can confirm to him that I was really scared too, going through these bricks, that we weren't going to pull this.
Yes.
But it actually happened.
Yay!
We finally pulled Rakdos Performer, and we're gonna get a close-up view on that one too.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, that miniature up close looks fabulous. Matt was talking to us before even getting us the 4 bricks to open, on how, man, he really wanted that miniature. He was really excited about that miniature, how cool that miniature looked. And even too, like, looking at other miniatures that I've seen come from out the set, I'm like, I don't know why he's cued in on that one specifically, because all the rest of these look really, really awesome. Like, particularly when we get to our top 5, you'll see that. But
yeah.
Finally now pulling it for him, confirmed, we have it, Matt. It was pulled. I can see what he's talking about.
Yes.
This lady looks like she's having so much fun on top of this wheel that is spinning, that's on fire, and she even has in her own hand some kind of torch staff that she's holding. Like, this is the Fire Empress.
Man.
If I've ever seen one.
She looks just wicked and like all kinds of intimidating and just like, woo! Oh, it's so cool.
So this one I won on my pulls, as I was the only one to pull the rare, which that was the rare. We both pulled the uncommon. I pulled the gargoyle on top of the statue.
And I got the drinker.
And she got the drinker. And then rest of the commons are things that we pulled out before that we kind of talked about. And again, you'll see later on close up in the video.
Yes.
So 1 for 1 in how our pulls came out, which is actually a really good thing.
Yes.
That means that these definitely, between the 4 breaks that we pulled, we came out pretty even across the board.
Yeah, I was like, means, I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, so it's not only is it really good pulls, really good miniatures, but I think the ratio of pulls were really, really impressive in this set.
Definitely.
And they did a really good job of building that ratio.
Spacing it out and everything like that. Because it's like, even though, what was it, you pulled 2 phoenixes and whatnot, and then I still got one. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
So it's just a matter of what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like, the more rare it is, more likely you're not going to run into it as much. But still, all these rares are really good and great additions to your collections.
For sure.
And then these commons and uncommons, they're a must-have, I have to say. They for anybody that's a DM, anybody that runs a lot of games, or has friends that they play these games with a lot, these are needed.
Yes.
This is a great set.
So, top 5 then?
Top 5. Let's do top 5.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So we're doing our top 5 out of all the miniatures that we have here that we actually pulled to be our favorite.
Yeah.
Again, there's probably like a few here that we might not have pulled out of the set, which again, you can check online to see what those miniatures are. Maybe you've already pulled them. But we're just going to do it based off of what we actually pulled here, what we actually got.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and start it off. One of my first top 5s is going to be the Mind Drinker, which, again, flying vampire. He looks really, really cool. He's wearing the black stars. He's got, I don't know what that thing is behind the back of his, like, his cloak kind of thing, but it looks dangerous in itself. But I'm kind of a sucker for vampires, and not talking about like sparkling ones, but like your traditional Nosferatu, old school Bram Stoker kind of vampires, and that one really gets that across, I think.
This one actually was most definitely one of my favorites. It's just like so weird, especially since I can't like figure out like, well, are they part of the tree? It's like, is the tree a part of them? Is it just like a thing? Is it one person? Like, I don't understand. That's like, but at the same time, it's like just the whole, oh man, like the whole miniature itself is just really cool looking. I could see it like playing out in a number of ways. Like, I totally think of a whole backstory to this thing. I'm sure the actual backstory is fantastic, but like even just my own, say if I was to use it in like a homebrew, that sort of thing. But it's just like, it speaks volumes just looking at it. So, love it.
My next top 5 is going to be the Frontline Medic. Now, I usually am prone to become a cleric in a party whenever I play, mostly because nobody else wants to do it. But I think a cleric is a very good, not only important character to a party, but also a very controlling character.
Definitely.
And I usually try to play mine as such. And this one here, he has a battle shield, and inside of his battle shield, or his tower shield, he has potions and different things, components that he looks like he pulls out to do his healing and stuff like that. So that was a really cool concept, and it actually makes me want to build a cleric that's like that.
It's really cool. Like, at first I thought, I was like, man, is that thing like an alchemist or whatever? I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's awesome. It's so cool.
And it could be an alchemist, because the alchemist can't heal, but I mean, the way this, just dope. Just really, really good character. A really good looking miniature.
This one actually is one that we had pulled like beforehand. In like one of the previous bricks. This one is the Galvanic Blast Seeker, and I just love the actual look of this character, with just like all of the energy spewing out of his like his mechanisms and that sort of thing. Like, it just looks so steampunk. And it's just awesome. Like,
the Ravnica comes across as a little bit like so many influences of steampunk,
definitely,
druid magic, your basic mechanical magic, all kinds of things. And like when I look at him, I think Bioshock.
Yeah.
I definitely think Bioshock.
Definitely, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I love the overall look of him. So yeah, that's why this guy's my favorite.
Middle ground for me in my top 5 is definitely the chained up ogre. That is just intimidating. He's even now too. It's like I don't know if I mentioned it before, but in his hands, it looks like he has fists, like weapons, like a glaive of some type. That just like, man, you just don't want this dude touching you at all.
Really?
Like even if you survive a battle with him, you're going to a healer for tetanus or something because. Man,
you caught something.
You got something from this guy. If he didn't kill you outright, you caught something.
It's like you will die slowly.
You will die fast or you will die slow.
Really. And of course, this loveliness. And just everything that we had said about it before. Just like wingspan, colors, the just overall look and everything like that. The aesthetic is fabulous.
Definitely would have been in my top 5, but I definitely saw you eyeing it. So I gotta pick something else. But I'm happy he was up there. It belongs there.
Yes.
This one was hard, but I definitely say towards the top, almost won out for me completely, was the Phoenix. The Phoenix, it's a Phoenix. That's all I gotta say about that. We already described it a whole bunch. It's a Phoenix. Jeez, man. It's like, I have not ran into a Phoenix in a campaign yet. I can't wait until it happens.
This one actually won at the top, like one of the top slots for me, because I love and enjoy plants and nature and things like that. And I'm just like, I could totally see either like myself or even like, you know, DMing a campaign, having a character like that. At some point, that's just like, I don't know. It's like I feel like she's like an interesting embodiment of like Mother Nature meets Spriggan type thing for all of you lovely Skyrim players out there. Yeah, I just absolutely love the cowl and everything like that. It's like makes me happy. I could totally like make costume, do a cosplay.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's so awesome.
Alright, my number 1 out of this whole set, and I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. Wasn't in our earlier pools, this was before we did the video,
yeah.
But the Nightveil Spectre. Man, like, the creature he's riding is already intimidating enough. It's big, it's black, it looks like it could tear into something. Then you have a skeleton dude with a scythe riding on the back of him, yes. Like a boss.
Yes.
He looks like death incarnated coming down. Like the Death Pack Angel is already intimidating enough. Mm-hmm. This doubles down on that.
Yes.
And literally, like right now, I could use one of these in a campaign I'm running. I want to use that thing like now.
No.
Matt, I'm about to borrow this one.
No, don't let him do it. He's gonna kill us all.
But yeah, he definitely is the top one for me.
And then my top, because Matt was really excited about it. This guy. Well, girl, lady, woman, lady person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But those were our top picks and whatnot. Let us know in the comments which ones you enjoyed / liked.
Yeah. We got one more surprise for him.
Oh, you're right. Hold up. We got a thing, guys. We got the master box.
So there was a unique for the set.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's other variants and stuff like that.
Ba-ba-ba.
But we got here again. Thank you, Matt.
Yes. Bonus time. Bonus box.
Bonus box. So let's pull this puppy out. Got to make sure we keep this all intact.
I know.
Woo!
Oh!
Number 45.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, my goodness.
Baby, that's a dragon.
Wow.
find out. So I'm gonna probably be very terrible with this pronunciation, but a div Mizzet is it master Guildmaster.
Yep. Good job.
Dragon. See, when it came to a dragon, I could nail it.
Man.
Don't let no Dungeon Master put this on the table for you, because it probably means a game over.
Oh, really? Party wipe!
Party wipe. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll probably keep him in the center, because he needs the wingspans.
Wow.
Man.
Cool. Well, that is officially it then.
Yep, that's officially it.
Bathe in the glow of the red dragon, and we will.
Like, look at that spine work too. Like,
that is so
the paint work done on the wings.
The texturing and everything. I'm just like staring at this thing.
This is really
awesome.
done.
But yes, we will now leave you to bathe in the glow of the excellentness. And give you guys kind of a taste of the rest of what is happening on this table. We will see you next video, and until next time, I am Gamer Becca.
I'm Gamer Lynn.
And we want you to keep it 10 times 10. This dragon though. Dude. Look at it. Look at it. Like, just...
Matt's gonna use this on this. Right?
He is. Matt, watching you. No.